The gentleman from James City County, Mr. Watson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Gentleman may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, on Friday, Virginia received some welcome news. The unemployment rate in Virginia stands at 5.5%, the lowest it's been in 4 years. We have the lowest unemployment rate in the southeastern United States and the second lowest unemployment rate east of the Mississippi. Working in partnership with Governor McDonnell and under your leadership, Mr. Speaker, the House of Delegates is focused on creating a positive, pro-growth jobs environment. That focus has allowed Virginia to weather the national economic downturn better than most other states. We are in a significantly better position than some of our regional counterparts. As the owner of a business that works hand in hand with manufacturers in Virginia and throughout the United States, I can say with some experience that low taxes, practical regulations, and developing a skilled workforce are the most common concerns that I hear from employers. I'm happy to be able to tell my customers that we're working hard here at Capitol to address these issues. The average unemployment in the Southeast is 7.9%. And for those that would claim Virginia has the advantage of the federal government to keep it going, it should be pointed out that Maryland's unemployment rate is 6.6%, more than a full percentage point higher than ours. Mr. Speaker, this is evidence that our policies work. We know government does not create jobs, but government does create an atmosphere and a climate for job growth. This good news does not mean that we have time to rest. We cannot become complacent. We need to continue to address these issues and take other steps to support those that create jobs here. Let me give you another example of what this body has done to impact job growth in my very district. Last year, my colleagues in the chamber supported a budget amendment that would help Jefferson Lab upgrade its free electron laser. You remember Jefferson Lab? That's where our state university students can go to do research in nuclear physics. That's where they make those little tiny hockey puck-sized satellites. And that's where they develop laser missiles that can be mounted to a ship or a tank and will shoot down missiles fired by our enemies. And if I had known last week was show and tell, I would have brought one with me. Just a few months ago, it was announced that another new company had spawned from research completed at Jefferson Labs. This small manufacturer will start off with 20 new high-paying jobs, and it will grow. Mr. Speaker, there are examples like this across the state, the result of our efforts to make Virginia a great state for business. But even though we're doing better than most, that doesn't mean we can sit back. This year, we must continue to focus on jobs. We need to continue our efforts to make Virginia a great state for business, and that means keeping taxes low and continuing to cut red tape that hinders economic growth. It also means that we need to focus on K-12 education and workforce development so that we can prepare Virginia for long-term economic growth. Governor McDonnell has laid out an education package that will make innovative reforms on areas of K-12 education. These are all good steps. Also, the governor has laid out a workforce development agenda. And the Business Development Caucus, a group that I helped co-chair, has laid out a positive pro-growth agenda that focuses on reducing regulatory burdens and creating opportunities for entrepreneurs. This should be where we concentrate our efforts this year, Mr. Speaker. There's no more pressing issue than good jobs and a healthy economy. Now, I know it would make more exciting press to see the headline that Delegate brandishes laser missile destroyer in the House chamber. I don't know where the trigger would be on that. But for the 20 people in Newport News and thousands across the state, having a new job is pretty exciting as well. So let's keep working to make Virginia a great place to find a job. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.